There's a lot of vehicles available in Grand Theft Auto Online. There's actually over 750 to be exact. And how do you decide what's the best and what's the worst when there's so many different options? Well, there's obviously a lot of criteria which I think you should narrow your search down for. First of all, the car has to be fast, right? If you're driving a slow car, something like the half track, it might have a lot of armor, might even be able to be used in missions, but if it only goes 60 miles per hour, you're never really going to find yourself using it unless for the quick meme here and there. It also has to be pretty good on handling and, fun to drive. Those are, I think, the first two categories that are very important. Then I want the vehicle to be armored. GTA is a game where you're not only dealing with other players in public lobbies, but even if you're in an invite-only lobby or completing missions, in general, it's very nice to not have to worry about your car being blown up or gunfire immediately killing you, so that is another important category. And then the final category is that it is able to be used in both missions and as well free roam lobbies. That way, you're not just limited to using it in a public session. So with all of that being said, in today's video, we're going to be talking about, at least in my eyes, what I consider to be the best car in all of GTA Online. Now remember, this is an opinion, so if you disagree, let me know in the comments why. But I'll be giving you my argument to why I think this is an absolutely incredible car. To find it, you're going to have to go to Legendary Motorsport, and you're going to have to scroll down until you find the Grotti Italy GTO Stinger TT at a $2.4 million price tag. And that's just the beginning of your upgrades, because as we can read here, it also has Imani Tech upgrades and HSW upgrades. Now, whenever purchasing a car, I usually recommend to paint it black, and the reason why is because when you paint a vehicle black, it's a lot easier to see the liveries and the options for it. So we are going to send this vehicle over to, well, I guess my Eclipse Boulevard garage, because that's the only garage right now that I think I have slots available in. After getting your hands on your brand new vehicle, you're going to want to bring it over to the LS Car Meet. And this is because it's going to be the only area you're going to be able to turn it into an HSW vehicle. Now, if you do own GTA Plus, you can actually upgrade all of its capabilities inside the Vinewood Car Club garage. But judging that most of you don't have it, we're just going to bring it over to the LS Car Meet and upgrade it there. Once you've made your way inside the car meet, all you need to do is press Modify Vehicle, which is right on the D-pad for me, and it's going to bring the car right over to How's Special Works. As you're going to see, the first upgrade says HSW Performance Upgrade for $1.41 million. After doing this, our vehicle is now a ridiculous speed beast. So we're going to do all the upgrades. We're going to customize this vehicle. It doesn't have too much customization, to be honest. As you can see, you got a carbon bumper, a GT bumper. Rear bumpers has some more customization, as you'll notice, but again, nothing crazy. I kind of like secondary diffusers. Let's go with I might do a trim race diffuser. I think that looks pretty nice. Let's do engine tunes. Also, make sure that when you upgrade any HSW vehicle, you do not upgrade it inside of the LS Customs. And the reason why is because you're only going to be able to get engine tune level 4, or maybe it's 5, but you're not going to be able to get the HSW engine tune. So if you spend your money on all of the upgrades at a normal custom shop, and then you decide to get the HSW upgrade, you're literally losing hundreds of thousands of dollars. We got some exhaust options. Ooh, I kind of like those carbon copper exhausts. Those are pretty sick. We got some hood options, or should I say some grill options. I don't know what grill I want to go with. I've done a lot of different ones. I kind of had the stock one for a certain time. Let's just go with the aftermarket grill. I think that looks fine. We got some hoods. Okay, nothing crazy for the hood options, as we can see. I'm going to go with the vanity hood. I haven't done a vanity hood on this vehicle yet. I've done a lot of customization, but I've never done a vanity hood, so we'll try it out. Do some lights, put on xenon, then we can do liveries. We got the white stripes, blue stripes. This is why, as I said before, I always recommend to have your car black, because then you can immediately see what the liveries look like instead of having to change the livery out. I do like this NARC 20. I think this one looks absolutely sick. I'm going to go with just simple stripes on this vehicle. And the reason why is because they perfectly match with the little panels on the hood. So I'm just going to go with normal white stripes. I think that's completely fine. We can leave the license plate the same, and then we obviously can mess around with the color of this vehicle. Now, white stripes look good with any color, but I haven't actually made a yellow car in a very long time. So I think I'm going to go with race yellow. You also have obviously some very cool chameleon colors, which you can mess around with. For example, you got anodized cold pearl. Ooh, that looks pretty nice too. There's a lot of different nice options you have, but I think we're just going to go with a simple race yellow. We also have secondary colors we can mess around with. As we can see, those are on the back. I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna go with yellow. I think that'll be completely fine. I'm gonna be honest, I don't love the spoiler options that this vehicle has. I wish that there were a couple more unique ones, but I think the one we're gonna go with is the Carbon Race GT Wing. I do like that one a lot. We'll put on a little sun strip, lower the suspension, put on the transmission. Oh, that's the wrong upgrade. There you go. Turbo. And then to finish off, we'll just do my classic rims. And then we can do that and bulletproof tires. So just like this, we have now fully upgraded our Grotti Itali Stinger TT. Personally, I think the car looks absolutely fantastic. And what's great is that you have so many different options you can go for. I kind of went for like a classic Ferrari yellow, but there's so many different options. This vehicle has great liveries, and because of that, even though it doesn't have the most customization, you can still make it very unique to your own personal tastes, which is honestly the most important thing for any car in GTA Online. Now, not only does this vehicle feature an HSW upgrade, but it also features Imani tech upgrades. And to mess around with those, you're going to have to head over to the agency and then do all of your Imani tech upgrades here. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain. You got to bring it from building to building if you want to get the maximum upgrades. And it's not going to be cheap. You know, you're going to be looking upwards of $5+ million to get all of your Imani tech and upgrades done. But here we go. Access the vehicle workshop. And then we're specifically going to go to armor plating, $150,000. And then we also have Imani tech, which we are going to be looking at the missile lock-on jammer. Now, you do have one other upgrade that you can put on, which is proximity mines. But personally, I would not recommend to do this. The reason why is simply because of the fact proximity mines don't really do anything for you. I mean, sure, you can like spin people out with the mines, but they stop you from being able to do HSW races. So, and not just races, but time trials. So my recommendation, also I can't believe that car scraping into me there did that much damage to my vehicle, but my recommendation is to not put the mines on. That way you can still do HSW time trials. Now, I know a lot of people don't love the handling this vehicle features, but I'm going to showcase right now that it's actually quite good at handling by completing the HSW time trial for this week first try. So let's head right over here. It's a 1:21 time trial, which is actually very, very quick. So we just have to head over to the destination. All right, let me reset the time trial. Whenever doing a time trial, just reset it, you know, set a quick waypoint, and then we're just going to look at the map really quick. So ideally, yeah, I'm probably going to follow the highway here. That route looks fine. Yeah, we're just going to follow the path the game's telling us to go. It's a 2-mile drive, and here we are. All right, full speed ahead. Now, this vehicle is rear-wheel drive. If you compare this car's handling to something like the Niobe, yes, the Niobe is faster, and I'm not going to disagree there. The Niobe has better handling, it has better acceleration, no disagreement. But what the Niobe doesn't have is a missile lock-on jammer or any Imani tech capabilities, which is definitely a big advantage for this vehicle. I would personally really not mind sacrificing a little bit of handling for a big advantage in the armor department. And as we can see, I'm still handling the vehicle fine. I'm still talking to you guys. Look at the speed on this car. We're already upwards. I don't know if you can read that speedo, but that's over 160 miles per hour. That's insanely fast for how quick this vehicle can accelerate up to its top speed. So we're going to roll up here, and let's slow down our vehicle just a little bit. Roll around this corner. We got 0.5 miles left to go, and we still have around 30-ish seconds left on the clock. So let's roll over here. Let's slow down a little bit. Cut through this corner. Okay. And then we just got to cut through this road. Slow down. That's it. I mean, HSW time trials should not be a challenge with this vehicle for how fast it is. That's $251,000. And as I said, first try. No problems at all. You know, I completely forgot how many Stinger TTs I own. I have 3. Which is a lot more than I expected. But we'll use the one that I customized today, just because, why not? We are going to see how fast we can do my custom track here, and we're going to put it side by side to another fast vehicle. Not exactly sure what car I'll use yet, but you guys will see in the editing side of things. But I'm going to showcase that a lot of the beliefs people have about this vehicle having bad handling are not necessarily true, and that the Stinger TT actually has really good handling for, you know, how ridiculously fast it is. So we're going to start by taking this corner wide here so we don't have to brake all too much, and Obviously, got to roll through this corner here as well. There you go. Nice. This first part, I always got to get used to the vehicle, and, you know, that can save me some time, but not too bad so far. A little squirrely off the start, but I think I'm getting used to it now. Okay. Let's roll through here. Now we have definitely the trickiest part, and it really does show whether a vehicle is bad at handling or not, and that is Vinewood Hills, right? This is where you got to climb up through the mountain, and you got to, you know, hug these corners tight. But as you can see, Stinger TT, no major problems here, easily making it through. I mean, yeah, we got a little bit of drifting, but nothing that's unmanageable. Roll up here, and easy. Look at that. No problems at all. Cut through this corner. All right, now we full speed. This is where we're able to pick up a lot of speed on the downhill section. But we do got to put on the brakes, because if you have too much speed here, you, well, you might die. So you got to be very, very careful here. Hug this first corner tight, and the reason why is you want to save as much speed and momentum as you can. All right, take that jump. Once again, hug this corner tight. All right, nice. All right. Here we go. Next corner again. Just same thing always and always. Just hugging the corner tight and giving it power once we're through the corner. Okay. There you go. I mean, to me, this doesn't look like bad handling. You can obviously let me know in the comments, but it's been handling perfectly fine if you ask me. It's not struggled on any of these corners. That one I'll take the blame for. I should have let go of the gas a teeny bit there. But no problems so far. Now we're on the straightaway. This is where we're able to pick up some speed for our vehicle. Here we go. Here we go. All right, hug this corner tight. Nice. All right, we're up to 160 plus miles per hour there. Slow down a little bit. All right, keep the speed going. Don't want to get air on that jump. Give it some gas. Okay, around this corner. Nice. We're at 2 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock. And cut through this corner. Okay, beautiful. Then we got to keep going, keep going. Slow down a teeny bit. Roll through this one. Then we just got to get on the bridge. Done. I think that felt pretty good, to be honest. I don't know how good it is in comparison, but 2 minutes and 33 seconds. So as you just saw, I used the Coil Cyclone 2, which is the second best lap time supercar in the game, only beaten out by the weaponized Ignis, which you can't use in races, and I compared it to the Stinger TT. And believe it or not, the Stinger TT actually beat it by about 3 seconds. Now, I did make one mistake in the Cyclone and I spun out, so really I'd say they finished similar timing. But the fact that the Stinger TT was able to keep up with a Coil Cyclone 2 on my first attempt, it shows just how good the Stinger TT is. I should mention to you that it took me 8 attempts to successfully get the Coil Cyclone 2 when I did my recording. Like, I actually have the video files right here. You can see all my recordings. These are all of these here. You can see the icons of the Stinger, or the Coil Cyclone 2. These are all my attempts. And then I literally did one attempt in the Stinger TT. So I think it really shows that it's not a bad vehicle on its handling. I think a lot of people underrate its capabilities, and it's way better than you might think. But at the end of the day, you can let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions. My goal as a content creator is to help you get the best purchases. And I really do think an Imani Tech vehicle, which is one of the fastest in the game, has pretty good handling, and overall, nothing really bad going for it. That would be a car I would recommend saving up for. It's going to be expensive, but it's definitely going to check a lot of the boxes. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.